What is trade law in Hearts of Iron 4? Your nation's trade law influences how many of your resources go to market in exchange for some benefits. When your resources go to market, you do not have access to them. If other nations trade with you, generally you will get 1 civilian factory per 8 of that resource. Exceptions are puppets, or if you have less than 8 of that resource, the remainder will be traded for 1. Resources that go to market are not always exported, and you do not get the remaining resources returned. Your trade law also can give you some benefits, like a bonus to construction speed, research, factory, and dockyard output. Closed economies do not give any of these bonuses, but limited exports, export focus, and free trade all do, with free trade providing the best bonuses. It costs 150 political power to switch your trade law, and any nation may switch to free trade or export focus at any time, with the exception of Poland, which needs to complete either one of these focuses first. Democratic countries can only go to limited exports assuming they are at war with a country that has 20% more factories than them. It's also good to know that democratic and neutral countries can never go to closed economy. So, what law should you pick and when? If you're playing multiplayer and other members of your faction are willing to do tradebacks, free trade will always be the best option. In single player, however, the answer is a bit more complicated. Some countries have virtually no resources, so there isn't any benefit to doing anything other than going to free trade. If you do plan to switch to free trade, it's best to do it as early as possible, as those bonus, particularly construction speed, can really snowball. However, some countries like Italy and Germany have very few options to trade, especially after 39, when your military factories need the most resources and trading by convoys is risky. So it really depends on the situation. Just keep in mind that if you ever run low on resources and can't find a safe way to trade for it, going down on a trade law is always an option. Oh, and one last thing, feel free to trade with your allies. All of those resources in the trade window are being wasted anyways. At least you can give them some civilian factories.